Okay, it is that time to start working on all of our applications. I've got a young man here named Brady who's going to help us. So in case you missed any of those camps that we had, you'll be able to follow along. Brady's going to show you exactly everything that he did, and then you can just follow along and watch him. The first thing you need to do is go to your Naviance account, go to naviancecom. You will get this screen. Put in your high school. Click on go, then it will show up right here. Click on the student tab. Then to log in, you click on this green bar. And Brady's he's going to log in now. So as we get started on your application, we're going to work through your student account. We're going to open up two tabs, one being your Naviance account, second being Common App. So scroll down on your home page and click on the Common App. You're going to get this screen. If you have not started your application yet, first thing you're going to do is to create a student account. All of you are going to be a first-year student, and then you are going to create your account here. You need to, whatever email you use, you want to put it in your phone. Whatever password you use, you want to put that in your phone because you're going to need to know that. So Brady, you can use your home email, you can use your school email. It is not going to matter. So all of you would like to do that now. That would be great. So your password has to have a capital letter, has to have a number, and it has to have a symbol. Yeah. 614 over here. Please put in your birth date right here. It says you have to put in the spelled out the month. You put the day, comma. Please put in your birth year. It causes problems when you don't. Put in your address. Everything throughout the application that has a red star. You have to do. Keep going. No. You are doing the first one. Check that last box. Create your account. So Brady is off to a great start right now. If you look inside the Common App, you're going to have these 5 tabs. Every time you put in a school, that school is going to show up under My Colleges. Right here is the Common App tab. This is the full application. Every time you finish a section, you will get some green check marks. And so it will not allow you to skip over anything. It won't allow you to submit. One of the first things you have to do so we can match this account to your Naviance account is you have to tell them what high school that you go to. So click on the Education tab, find school, and your high school should show up right there. on that. You've got it. The next thing Brady has to do is he has to put in all of the schools he is going to apply to. So he's going to go to college search, and he will put in his schools right there. The first one. University of South Carolina. It's going to show up down at the bottom. You just click on right there in the middle, and then click on add to my colleges. So Brady just added South Carolina to his list. If he goes to my colleges, South Carolina shows up here. Notice South Carolina is going to have their own questions specific to them. Now Brady's going to put in his next school. There you go. Okay, check and see if it's there. All right. It's got its own questions. Next thing, it's going to add his third school. Then his last school he's going to add is Miami of Ohio. Okay, so Brady's going to apply to 4 colleges. As we look at these 4 colleges, one thing that he has to do before we can match it is he has to take care of FERPA. Everybody has to do this. So when he clicks on FERPA, you do this for one school, it will take care of all of them. It's going to click on the blue tab right here. What this means is by signing this, he is giving all of the colleges that he's going to send his applications to the right to actually read it. Now this part right here, Brady has a choice. He has a choice to waive his right to view any type of letters of recommendation or to not waive his right. I'm going to advise you to waive your right. Teachers should be writing letters of recommendation without the thought of other people going to evaluate those letters. Some teachers may not write if you do not waive your right. So Brady, is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. He understands the rules. He's going to put his name in. He's going to click on the little icon there, and then the date will show up. There you go. Save it. So once he's done that, we are ready to go to the Naviance tab and go over here. So now he's going to click on this icon right here, colleges I am going to apply to. Notice the red bar. The red bar is saying that his student account is not matched to his Common App. He's going to click on match accounts. So this is where Brady has to put in the email he used to create his application. And then he has to put in his password that he used to create that student account. Once he does this, he will agree. And then once you get this, it tells you everything is good to go. So what just happened? Common App and Naviance are now speaking to each other. They're going to speak to each other one time. Naviance just pulled the colleges that he's going to apply to from his application into here. And here they are, okay? So one thing he has to do now, he needs to ask for his transcripts. You request transcripts inside Naviance. So he's going to click on that. Click on this first box. Click on this little down arrow. Why is Alabama not showing up? Did you click on it before?
Yeah, lots of.
We're going to have to go back and check on that. Okay. All right. So it says right here, he has asked for his transcripts. What I need him to do now too is go to unknown. You click on this because every school is going to have multiple types of applications with various deadlines. He wants to make sure he is clicking on early action. Early action 1, which is the 1st of November. And he saves it and it will show up right here, 1st of November. South Carolina, have you applied? Early action, October 15th. You're on the clock, buddy. You're on the clock. All right. And then Wake Forest, we want to do the same thing. We will go back and fix Alabama. Okay, so they only offer regular and ED. You don't want to apply ED, right? Because that's binding.
Okay.
All right, so he just wants to do regular and save it. Okay, so he's done that. The only thing he has left with all of the technical parts of this is to ask for his letters of recommendation. Just scroll down. And he's going to see the list of his schools right here. And it tells him, Miami, they will only allow 1 letter. They don't need any. South Carolina, they will allow 2. They don't need any. Wake Forest, he has to send 1, and they only will allow 1. So have you thought of any of your favorite teachers who you might want to have write for you?
Probably not. I could probably.
Okay, so the way that he's going to do this, he's going to click on submit. Every teacher at his school, which is Davidson, is right here. He will choose 1, and then he will put a check mark next to the schools that he wants that instructor to send him to. Once that is done, he will submit right here. Once he's done with that, he's finished with all of the technical parts. Now he can go back to the Common App and work on this section. He can begin working on his profile, his family, and all of that kind of thing. The writing section, they're going to tell you right here which schools are on his list that he has to write that essay. He will choose his essay right here, and he will copy and paste his essay here and then click on that. Okay. Now, once he's finished and he gets green check marks all over here, and he goes over to his schools, notice every school is going to have their own questions. So he's going to answer these questions that are specific to each school. Once he gets a green check mark here, he will go to review and submit and pay for Miami's application right here. It won't allow you to move forward if you haven't finished something. Once these are all finished, it will allow him to move on. He can put in his mom's credit card number, and then he can submit. And then he will do that separately for every school. There's Alabama. Okay. If you have any questions as you go through this, feel free to send me an email and I can help you. Thank you.